Welcome back to Diskydisk. We are doing this not live, on video.
I keep saying that too. We're doing it live.
I know, right?
We're not actually live.
It feels like it's doing
it feels
live,
so live.
But we're recording this episode. What is it? 56. Apparently.
Yeah.
And we call this the season 3.
Yeah.
And we do this on video on YouTube, so go there also if you wanna.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You have to do
The date today is the 5th of July.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the 4th of July was yesterday.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
No, I didn't think of that either because we don't do that.
Why would we think about it, to be honest? It's not really that important.
In Northern Norway, we're like, yeah, we think about that regularly.
I feel like nobody said something.
2023.
I mean, have you seen the insights of the disc? Actually, go back to the welcome back to Diskydisk, blah blah blah. We Tinyhats and Isha Gaming. But have you seen on the Discord? Nobody, or at least maybe I'm not paying attention. Nobody said yesterday on Discord that it was the 4th of July because
nobody cared.
But the thing is, it's so weird because if you go to the server insights, which you now have because we are now a community server, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Like something ridiculous, like 44% of the members of the Discord are from America. So
they didn't care.
I guess not. Let's see if we can find the server insights.
In this episode, we talk about the gender roles, like men and women's gender roles, and what we expect from their gender roles. And we go deep into that.
I was right. It's 44%.
Okay.
44% US, 56% others.
We talk about the cleaning lady arriving at my door, which was an interesting story.
I mean, she didn't just randomly arrive at your door. You invited her.
You have to listen to the episode. Don't spoil.
Okay.
We're talking about what we have been playing lately. I am.
You do, because I haven't played
paying for everything in a relationship. Yeah, we talk about that.
There's a little relationship advice situation.
Which also goes a tiny bit into the gender roles.
Yeah, I know, we had a really good flow in the beginning. Everything just went from topic to topic.
I know. Topic to topic.
There was no derailing.
Wait, what does it say? Tinyhats has the one and only internet commitment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. We talk about fast fashion and SHEIN.
And China.
We talk about China.
Yeah.
Nestle's slavery thing. Played lately, which includes solving mysteries and some tissues being next to the bed.
At first when you said that, I thought you meant tissues like bodily tissues, like, you know, the tissues when you do surgery, like you have to cut through the tissue. Like a paper tissue.
Several reasons to have that next to the bed. Okay, 100 IQ is average, love it.
Yeah, good stuff.
Enjoy this video.
Yeah.
I could actually say that. Enjoy this video. And then that dance.
Yeah, this dance.
Good.
Every day. Okay.
Enjoy it.
Bye.
Feedback from last week's episode.
Are we not going to say hello? How are you?
I guess. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
We have had a lot of audio issues. And if this episode is a failure that goes down into history of failures, then congratulations, you're here to witness it.
Witness it, yeah?
I have done everything in the studio differently.
Yeah.
And it's a mess. And this is a podcast on budget, and we make nothing, so this is what you get.
I mean, obviously, because the problem is that we're not live, but we're in the live form, the video form.
And we are in video form, and also in the same room with 2 microphones and 2 PCs.
Yeah.
We have never done this.
And 2 cameras.
Yeah.
2 lights.
And 2 everything, 2 people. It's almost like it is a podcast.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, good stuff.
I'm going to start with saying that you said that this is going to be every week from now on.
Yeah.
This is your commitment.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I think we can do it.
You think we can do it?
I believe.
Even though we spent like, I don't know, 3/4 of an hour? 3/4 of an hour.
Well, I mean, now we've figured it out. Now it's going to be better.
Is there a word for kvarter in English?
Quarter?
Is it really? So I said it correctly.
Yeah.
3/4.
3/4 of an hour. 45 minutes.
Oh, I thought I was offshore.
I don't think they say a quarter the same way we do, because we will say, I'll be there in a quarter. But,
yeah, I know, right?
Except for maybe in America where a quarter is...
Except for you never are. When you say no.
True.
Kidding. I think sliding into feedback from last week's episode.
Slide on over.
You have written a whole text.
Yeah, well, that's your text actually. I don't think you wrote it, but that was a screenshot you put on Discord.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you read it?
This is about the intrusive thoughts thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where you found it, but it says, for example, an individual with a natural overactive brain or anxious tendencies could react to an intrusive thought from a feeling of fear. This reaction often occurs if the theme of the thought targets something very important in the person's life.
Yeah.
What did you mean?
What did I mean? I didn't put this into the document, but
I did because you put it on Discord.
We talked about intrusive thoughts,
Yeah.
thoughts that are unwanted. Like, for example, spoiler alert or warning, cautious warning. I mean, you said I could You get the thought.
Yeah.
That I could totally push this old lady right now, and that is a thought only. I hope.
I mean, that's the thing.
And that's an intrusive thought. And when we Googled it, that's probably when I came to the conclusion that you can get intrusive thoughts that you don't want to have, like hurting your kids, hurting your animals, hurting someone you love. The thought occurs, but you don't mean it. You actually don't. You
don't mean it.
You don't want it to happen.
Yeah.
But why do you think that way?
There was something else.
So I think this is in correlation to that.
Yeah, quite an expensive word. There was something, you also posted a thing about the half of all parents dream of hurting their children.
Oh yeah, and it could be explained that it is preparing the parent to all situations so that they can better protect their children.
Okay, like for example?
For example, there is a hot stove right next to my toddler, and the toddler is able to reach up on the stove.
Well, that sounds like bad parenting.
And the parent can visualize that in their head.
Uh-huh.
Intrusive thought, terrible stuff. And then they get scared because the theme of the thought targets something very important in the person's life.
Okay, sure.
Ta-da!
Uh-huh.
Human brain.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Lol.
Good.
But anxiety, that's terrible.
That is terrible.
That is pretty much the same thing, but these thoughts going over.
I feel like I sympathize with the overactive brain thing because I think that's why I get these things.
What do you get?
And like because
the pushing the old lady.
Yeah, the pushing the old lady over. That because I think I have an overactive brain. You know.
Do you have 100 IQ?
Yeah. And I have. If you're watching the video, I have a brain burger sticker on the back of my laptop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's the 100 IQ for Diskydisk.
Yeah, and you have a planet shirt.
I do, because I'm prepared for every thing.
If you're listening to this on the disc...
If you're listening to this on Diskydisk.
wait. If you're listening to this on Spotify or otherwise, you can go to YouTube and watch us because the setup is funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I think it's a good situation.
We have a plant on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. That was for adult points.
Yeah. Is it even visible? Oh, wow, look at it.
We are adulting.
Yeah.
Next on feedback, YouTube comments.
Yeah.
What does
Just
that
to
mean?
keep track of what the fuck we're doing.
Okay.
Hold on.
Are we supposed to read the comments?
Yes.
Okay,
That was the idea.
Fernando Sanchez said, "This is a deep episode." I wasn't ready for it. Also, the last episode ever absolutely fooled me, lol.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious, but everybody else was like, wow, that's so lame.
Okay, Anna Despot says, Isha, the thing you said about unwilling thoughts and the part about your cat, lol. I am very interested to hear what your doctor told you when you shared that with them. I also, at a few points, had unwilling thoughts. Not maybe in that scale, but it was very similar and blah, blah, blah. I don't remember, it's 10 years ago that I went to my psychiatrist and said, why do
kill my cat?
No, why do I get vivid images in my head sometimes of hurting my cat when she's the most precious thing in the world? But then again, we went over that. Yeah. The thought occurs because it's something that's really important to you in your life. And so I will do everything to prevent such an event to happen. Okay. So it was actually perfectly explained. Explained.
Explained. That's very good explanation. Yeah. There was a comment somewhere, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, I mean there was several, but this was my favorite comment I think this week. Neighbor Stefan said, because we were talking about how water is important to everything, and Neighbor Stefan said, I'm pretty sure that more water is not the best solution if you're drowning.
That's the one.
That's the one time water is not everything, okay?
Water is not good at that point. What?
There was also another thing, wait, hold on.
About manifesting. Oh, Neighbor Stefan actually said, about manifesting, it's basically having focus on something that you want in your life. The scary thing is when people start to believe in manifestations, like The Secret. The book describes it. Have you read the book?
No.
No? Okay. I thought you would have
I
done
haven't read
that.
everything in the
Yeah.
universe.
I view you as someone who's read everything.
I haven't.
Okay, kind of like religion or something supernatural. An example is, let's say that you are trying to manifest fame, and you are actually doing a great job with accumulating fame. Wow, expensive word.
Yeah. Accumulating.
If there is a jealous person who tried to manifest something bad into your life, what then? Will the manifestations crash or cancel each other out? Oh my god.
Maybe.
I think you
This is like
put too much thought
This
into
is
it.
like the thing, the cylinder, you know, that goes thin in the center, and the whole thing, the block universe. We're back there.
The block universe.
Every day we
I
come
love
back
that. Okay.
Wait, Capcorn said this. I like this one too. I had this one in the document, but then I couldn't figure out the screenshot, so I was like, whatever. Capcorn 100 said some observations. 1, why the hell would you manifest cavities? Because I genuinely thought I had them.
You had intrusive thoughts
Yeah.
about it.
I was like, sure, I must have cavities. I wasn't trying to manifest them because I wanted cavities. It's just I was sure that it was happening.
You had intrusive thoughts because it was something very personal to you.
Yeah, very personal and important to me and my life.
Very good.
And then they said, 2, turning off the lights in communal showers will surely result in more rape. I think that is a bad idea. That's not the point. We're not saying have public showers where the lights are off. We were saying when we were children.
Yeah, we had the lights
in
off.
our baby children class when we were like, 12.
Yeah.
We're not saying turn off the lights everywhere.
Turn off the lights.
Yeah. And then 3, tiny space hats should definitely have pressed the no button. I know. Maybe next time.
Oh yeah.
These fairy lights keep getting stuck in my hair.
You're so squiggly. Okay. And a little joke. If you don't stop saying lol, you will need to change the podcast name to Diskydisk. Very good.
Why?
Because lul in Dutch means dick.
Yeah, I know. So?
That's why lul, I don't know.
Okay.
And you. So we're done with feedback. Let's go into the proper topics.
Let's go into it.
Transition.
Yeah. Can we transition into my drink?
Okay.
I
good.
have a drink.
Yeah.
Have you had this drink?
No, let's do it. Can I have it? I mean, can I have it?
Can you
if know?
actually have it? Like, I didn't check that.
Yeah, because I'm allergic to
Everything.
everything. Söt potatkoncentrat.
Well, there you go. You can't have any.
It has a sweet potato in it.
Yeah.
I will be sick and bedridden for 2 days if I have a sip of
So
that.
I will enjoy it. For anybody listening to the audio version, this is Monster Energy Ultra Rosa.
Did you know that there are sweet potatoes in freaking energy drinks, certain types, and certain types of soda?
Yes, because you've told me.
Yeah, I told you. But you would never have known it otherwise. Wow, that looks good.
I'm pouring
That
it
looks
into
so
my...
good.
This is ASMR.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow. I'm talking all over your ASMR. I love the color.
Wow. They weren't lying about the very pink. Ultra pink, whatever.
It's sweet potato pink.
It's in my Tinyhats mug engraved. Okay, let's
pretty
do a
good.
taste test.
Is your camera still rolling? Yeah. Good. Mine is too, apparently. This seems to be going well. What if this episode is echoey all the way through?
That would be excellent. But at least I have a pink drink.
Wait, it would be so terrible. Are we even still recording at this point? You know, this is so stressful. I mean, we have no production team.
This does not taste good. I've been making this face the entire time.
Sponsored?
It's not sponsored.
They're not the upcoming sponsor. I want to be sponsored by Red Bull. Can
It's
they
disgusting. Or I mean, it's
please?
not.
Or these people. What is?
Yeah.
Freaking
That's what I
good.
got you because I stopped and bought this drink because I thought every week on live Diskydisk I will have a new drink in my Tinyhats mug.
Oh.
So that's gonna be my weekly drink review. This one is a...
Yeah, weekly drink review.
Wait, let me try it again.
Can you hold up the label one more time for the video people? I know it was called Monster what?
Monster Ultra Rosa with the thing on the A.
Right. I like the design, I like the color and the presentation. The
I mean,
graphics were good.
have you felt it?
The graphics were good.
The graphics are good.
The music was good.
Yeah.
Utan socker.
Without sugar, yeah.
Oh yeah, good. I don't
But
like
it doesn't taste very nice.
Okay. It doesn't.
It's like a... I mean, it tastes pink. Like, if you were gonna think that pink had a flavor, that's what
Right.
it tastes like.
I
But
don't know.
it's like fruity, but not in a good way.
Okay.
And then it tastes a little bit like chemicals, and it has like no fizz. in it at all. There's like, it looked so promising.
I thought it had fizz in it.
I know, but there's like no fizz.
Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So rating from 1 to 10? Or
yeah, 1 to 10. It's a week 3.
Oh.
Because I'm probably still gonna drink it. So yeah.
That's terrible though.
Okay, moving on. Next topic.
I have a topic for Diskydisk.
Okay, that's really good.
It's called the gender roles, because I thought we have never talked about that, and that goes in the line of what we are talking about. We're talking about social structure and stuff. We like to think that we are very, very intelligent.
Yeah.
So gender roles, what do you know about it? Let's start there.
I mean, I assume you've done some research.
I've done a lot of research.
Wow.
So gender roles through the ages of millennial of all the times. And also Google it while I give the introduction. Gender roles is basically like men and females.
Men and females?
Men and women are differently inherently because they are. Like, these are traditional gender roles, like from the ancient times. Men are more strong. Stronger, I mean.
More strong, yeah.
Grammar, where's that? And they are protectors, providers, blah, blah, blah. Women are nurturing,
yeah,
taking care of the kids, and cooking and cleaning. I don't know what they did in the cave times. Like, this is back in the day. And do you think, and also, I gotta say, the world has changed. So gender roles are no longer as they were before, and it is always constantly evolving. Do you think something has changed? I mean, apparently,
I mean, everything has changed.
I
mean, I think there's a whole subset of people who are fighting actively to make gender roles not a thing.
Yeah, but do they mean all gender roles?
I would assume so, yeah.
I'll give you a scenario.
Okay.
What if you are at the mall and there is a hostage situation, and you have
I feel like you've said this once before in a really early Diskydisk episode.
No. And you have a lot of older women, and you have one guy, the guy that is in Aquaman. What was his name?
You mean the guy who was in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, the big guy.
Jason Momoa?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you have him in the room and a lot of older ladies
that I could tip over.
Who would you assume would protect you all?
I mean,
I would run towards him and stand behind him and say, "Protect me, please protect me."
But how
now.
is he going to protect you? If there's a hostage
because
situation.
he's strong.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's a hostage situation, you have to assume that, like, whoever is holding us hostage has some sort of...
Yeah, but I'm assuming he has a gender role in that situation. You know?
Maybe.
He definitely has a gender role, okay? That is one place where I would say, yes, protect me, please.
I mean, I think that's not so much about the gender. I think that's more about just the fact that, like, I wouldn't say he has to protect me because he's a man.
No, but he would be in charge of things.
Yeah. Like, this is like when you see, have you ever seen a survival TV show like Zombies or whatever, and there's like a group forming and then somebody has to come out the leader, like, you know, Rick in The Walking Dead or whatever. It's not always the strongest person. It's just the best person. Do
you feel safer with a man around you? Do you feel safer if Patrick is at home?
No.
No. You feel less safe.
I feel less safe because Patrick's at home.
He will attack you. No. But, like, do you think...
Yeah, but I mean, this is what actually, maybe, yes, I do feel safer when Patrick's at home, but not because he's a man and I'm expecting him to protect me.
Okay.
If I lived with a woman, I would also feel safer with her.
Me too, because of ghosts. No, I'm kidding.
Well, have you started locking your door? Mostly so people don't enter the house.
I'm locking the door every day.
Nice. You didn't a few weeks ago. Spoiler alert.
Very good.
Very good.
Okay, so have you Googled gender roles?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you find anything you want to say to that? Like, I gave a terrible example.
I mean, it says here, when you Google Disc, it says gender roles in society means how we're expected to act. Expected to act, dress, groom, and conduct ourselves based on our assigned sex. For example, girls and women are generally expected to dress in typically feminine ways and be polite, accommodating, and nurturing.
Yeah, accommodating and nurturing. So.
Yeah, neither one of which I am.
You are nurturing, definitely, with your cats. I've seen it.
I mean, but they're cats.
No, it's nurturing.
In a zombie apocalypse situation, if there was a baby and the mother was bitten by a zombie... I mean, I might save the baby, but that's just because I'm not the devil. But I don't think I would volunteer to nurture the baby, you know?
You wouldn't?
No.
Would you?
If I was... this is a
would
gender...
Jason Momoa have to do it?
Here is the gender role. If I was in a group of men in the zombie apocalypse, there was one other woman and she had a baby. If she was beaten by... If she was bitten by a zombie and died, and her baby was left alone, and I was there to save it, I would save it. But I would say to one of the men in the group, I would be like, somebody fucking take the baby.
Okay.
So I don't feel like that falls under. I think though, in the gender way, gender role way, I think in that situation, I would be expected to take care of the baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because people expect certain things from certain genders, or one gender or the
Yeah,
other.
that's the topic. You're still drinking that one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to. But do you think that we should not have this?
I think a lot of the older gender roles are no longer equivalent.
Like, get back to the kitchen?
Um,
Men has to go out and make the money, women stay at home and
no,
take care of children?
it's not like that in a modern society.
Well, there are
Definitely not.
some that you agree with, sorry.
Some I agree with, like
Jason Momoa protecting you. Hostage situation.
protect me, please. Sometimes in that situation with a hostage and stuff.
What if it was a normal guy? What if it wasn't Jason? I'm not to say that Jason Momoa isn't normal, but what if it was...
He's a god.
What if it was like, I don't know, a normal man of a normal proportion?
I don't know.
What if it was Nathan
put
Finn
much,
that you met?
I didn't put much thought into.
Well, think
this.
about it.
Okay, but there are certain things that I think men are more strong to do, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
They're physically more strong. Citation needed, it's not for everyone, but in general they
Yeah.
are. In
As a
super,
rule,
super
yes.
general.
Yeah.
They have 40% more upper strength, upper body strength, I
yeah.
mean.
Like
Mhm.
that man who opened the door for us in the
And-
toilets.
Yeah, and they have like certain things, like they have a bigger heart, bigger lungs,
Mm-hmm.
bigger bones, bigger muscles, better muscle
Density, I don't know.
yeah, definitely.
Citation needed, but yeah.
So a lot of hard manual labor is easier for a man than the typical woman citation needed.
But should they be expected to do it just because they have muscles? What if they want to be a seamstress and make pretty, pretty dresses?
I think they can do that too.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I'm gonna change the tires of my car, I will be spending 1 hour plus.
Yeah. But that's just
Because
you're
it's
weak.
hard. Yeah, because
you're
I'm
weak.
such a weak person.
Woman.
Yeah, woman.
Useless weak woman.
And
Yep.
if he does it, he does it like it's nothing.
Yep.
10 minutes and it's done.
Yep.
And I'm like, you.
But then you're sort of just talking about what would be the better task for the person.
Yeah, the
who-
better task for the person.
If you're fit to do that task, then yes. Because if there was a fire,
Okay.
say you had like a really small window and there was a fire and somebody had to climb out the window to go get the fire extinguisher,
Yeah.
whatever, I don't know why it's whatever, you know what I mean. If you're really small, you're the better person for that job,
Yeah.
to crawl through the little window. It's not necessarily because you're a woman, it's just because you're smaller.
So yeah, we have physical limitations and
Same. Relatable.
and advantages.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I think that
Good job.
concludes gender roles.
Yeah, good.
We are different, so you can also be a seamstress
If you want to,
if you
can
are Jason
absolutely
Momoa.
be a little...
But certain things are better for certain people.
Yeah.
Good. Easier.
Wait, but there was one thing I was thinking about. Actually, we can sort of come back to this in the third topic.
Mm-hmm.
Should I save it for them?
Yeah, no, do it now.
Because actually, we should then just segue into the third topic because
Oh,
this
yeah.
is sort of similar, related. What did
Okay.
you do this week?
What did I do this week?
Yeah, look at the third point on the topic list.
Cleaning lady.
Yeah.
Cleaning lady. You know what? The first time in my life I have ordered house cleaning.
Yeah.
Like the services of house cleaning in my house.
Yeah.
I made the call and she said, yeah. And I said, yeah. And let's do it. And you know what? I called and she came the next day. And leading up to the next day, I have never been so excited in my life. And Ishaman, he was like, you're more excited for this than you were for our wedding. I'm like, yeah. Definitely.
Excellent.
Someone is gonna come here and clean the house.
Did they clean down here?
No, not that one. No. The other places.
Yeah.
All of the other places. And it was dirty. It was dirty as frick. So I've never been more excited in my life. And she came and I was smiling the whole time. I was so excited. I was trying to show her around and you can do this if you feel like moving anything. Just you knock yourself out. And she was like, yeah, I've done this before.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's a professional.
I have done this before, you know. She was trying to calm me down.
Yeah.
And I was so excited. And it was so clean. It was so good.
Yeah.
And Ishaman came home later and he said, this is dangerously clean now. And by that he means, oh my god, this is something that I can get used to.
Exactly.
And we can get used to this really quickly. This can be dangerous because this is sort of pricey stuff. In the long run.
Did you say how much it costs? Because it's not that expensive, I didn't think, for a two-story house, two-floor.
With VAT, it was 3,000 Norwegian.
That's not too bad, I think, for them to clean it top to bottom completely, like, fully clean.
300. Yeah, she worked for 3 hours. So it was $100 an hour.
Which is quite a lot, to be fair, but, you know, once a month, if you had it every day, yeah.
But it was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
Because I haven't had the strength, the female gender role strength to clean the house.
Yeah, but this was the thing.
Because I've been using all of my womanhood on nurturing Leo.
Yeah, all your womanhood. But that was the thing I was going to segue into with gender roles. Because I know because you told me about this whole, you were very excited, told me about this whole situation, and it was a woman. Mm-hmm. Would you have been surprised if it was a man?
No.
Not at all.
Because on the Facebook page, there were men and women.
Did you choose your cleaner?
No, I just checked. I checked their Facebook page, and there were some before and after clean of, you know, the company had a few
Do you
pictures.
think the men do the manly cleaning, like power washing? And women do the womanly cleaning, like the kitchen?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
But then do you think cleaning, aside from she being a professional cleaner, and
she had done it before.
Yeah. But do you think in a household situation, from you and Isherman, for example, do you think that you should clean the house more than he should?
No.
Okay.
No. And you?
No.
But you do clean the house more
I know, but
than
I love cleaning the house, so that's good stuff.
You love it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So are you going to do it again? That's what she said?
Yeah.
Well, have you already made an appointment, or just at some point?
I'm gonna wait until it's messy again and call her and say, help me!
But the thing is, though, you have to try to not get into a thing where you now know that you can get a cleaning lady and she's gonna make it super clean in 3 hours and it's amazing. You shouldn't get into a thing where you then don't care about cleaning. You're just like, gonna get a cleaning lady 2 weeks from now anyway.
It's the other way around.
Really?
Now I'm more obsessed with keeping up.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm keeping it the way that she left it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
That makes more sense to me.
So
because,
that is more motivating to keep it clean.
It's the same as when you move into a new place.
Yeah.
You know, or when you get a new phone, you're like really careful with it, and then 2 weeks later, you're just flinging it across the room.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly. No, it has been inspirational, motivational, and life-changing.
That's a lot of good stuff for a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
Do you feel like having a cleaning or getting a cleaning lady is extra?
It's luxury.
Yeah, luxury item.
It's super luxury.
It's a legendary drop.
It's a legendary drop, yeah. That's why I was so excited. I've never had anyone do anything for me before. I've done everything myself.
I know, but you paid for it, so it's not...
Yeah, I decided that in this specific situation, it has been really good to get that sort of help because I have been a caretaker for a sick cat. Did you see my YouTube video? I posted a YouTube video with the situation on Leo. It's called Life Update.
I think so.
Yeah, but
I don't remember what happened last week.
Basically a healthcare professional when it comes to Leo.
Yeah.
A lot of showering and keeping the areas clean, him in a good state of mind, playing, training, you know, all of that stuff. And it's draining both physically and emotionally. LOL.
Yeah, okay.
And hence the cleaning lady.
Yeah, hence the cleaning lady. Well, I mean,
the
I think
super
even...
savior of the day.
I think even if you weren't a professional cat carer, I think it's still reasonable to get a cleaning lady if you need it and can afford it and don't like cleaning.
Yeah. Good. I felt like I needed it. So good.
Yeah, we can actually segue straight into something. Everything is going really smoothly this episode. Everything is going from one thing to another.
Oh, we're gonna have a fake transition.
We can have a fake transition.
Woohoo!
Okay. Okay, so we can segue into this thing, because I had a little a relationship advice thing. It's the bottom point on the topic, temporary topic. Because we said when we first started Diskydisk, we were like, we wanted to do relationship advice things. If people sent in like a thing, they would be like, oh, my relationship sucks.
I know, I remember that.
Yeah, and we never did it. But now I have one that I accidentally found that can become a relationship advice, because I was looking for an Am I the Asshole that I could do.
Oh, yeah.
But this Am I the Asshole isn't really so, it's not really a question of it being an asshole. It's more of a relationship advice thing.
Okay.
And the people in the comments agree too.
Okay.
So should I read it to you?
Yeah.
Ready? It's not very long.
Yeah. That's what you say every time.
I know, but this one actually isn't very long. Okay. And it's similar to what we said about cleaning and whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. And gender roles, I guess, even though this is a really weird situation because this is 2 women in a relationship.
Okay.
Okay, so it says, I, 24 female, and my girlfriend, 23 female, have recently moved into our own place. Let's just say the place that we moved into was disgusting and very unhygienic. I work from home, so usually do 8 to 4, and when I'm done, I'm trying to clean our house. My girlfriend keeps complaining about how gross the house is, but whilst I'm working, she sleeps for hours and wants my undivided attention when I finish work. Even though I'm sure...
So the other woman doesn't work?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure, wait. I finished work, it's coming to that actually. I finished work even though I'm trying to keep our house, make our house a home. She's currently not working and is meant to be studying, however, all she does is sleep and watch TV. I've tried to talk to her and ask if she's struggling with her mental health, but she quickly dismisses me and avoids the question. I'm just really fed up as I'm working and trying to sort the house out, and I feel bad that I'm getting frustrated. It's getting to the point where I'm regretting moving in with her and losing interest in her. What do I do? Am I the asshole? It's not really am I the asshole? It's more of like,
maybe
what do
you
I
guys
do?
are just not compatible.
I know.
Well, how about that?
Yep. It would be interesting to know where their relationship was before. Like, has this always been the case? Or is this just after they moved in together?
I have one relationship advice. Don't expect too much of your partner. Leave your partner alone. Mm-hmm. And let them have their lives, in plural.
They're multiple lives, yeah.
Let them do their thing, figure out their own way, and respect what they are going through. But when you are together, synchronized and harmonized, I don't know.
Yep.
Good times.
Yeah.
I didn't explain that well.
No, not really. But I understood what you mean.
Have respect for each other, I guess.
Yeah, but this is still a different problem.
But find a common ground when it comes to cleaning the house.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't you think this is a different problem if this one person is working and then also trying to clean and the other one's just sleeping and watching TV and then doesn't do anything?
No, you know what? I think cleaning should be split in 50-50 regardless of what you do. She was studying and she was working.
She isn't studying. It said she's currently not working.
Well, that's her
To
journey.
be studying and
that's
she's currently
her journey.
Not. So do you not think that the person who is not working should do more of the housework?
I would do more if that was me.
What do you think they should?
I think as a written contract, it should be 50-50, if you know what I mean.
Regardless?
As a starting point.
I think the person who's not working should do more of the housework. Mm-hmm. Think if one person's unemployed and literally does nothing, you know, and the other person works 8 hours a day or whatever. Mm-hmm. I think the person who isn't doing anything...
But there was some mental health issues.
She said she asked if she was struggling with her mental health, but they couldn't really say yes or no. But even, you have to put this in a general sense, even if there is no... there's no struggle with the mental health, if they're completely normal, so to speak.
No, like a baseline 50-50, but then we have to look into the individual situation.
Yeah.
And like you explained, I would think it would be fair if you are having less work, actual work. Because the person that goes to work is tired when they get home.
Yeah.
Alright? So, gender roles.
Yeah. It's not, but these are 2 women though, so...
No, but like gender roles as in 1950s, the man is out working, providing, and the woman is home cleaning the house because they both work a lot.
But I think,
both of their senses.
I know, but because the woman is unemployed.
Yeah, they both...
And I'm not saying that the person who is not working should do all of the housework. No. But I think that they should do more of it than the person working. Because I have a couple of friends who have sort of this problem. And I think it's ridiculous. And I'm very vocal about it. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Just make your partner do their part when they're not doing anything and you're working and earning all the money. Yeah. They pay for everything. They pay for like the house and because the other person doesn't... Do
they not have separate economies?
I mean, that's...
Because we have.
Yeah, but that's the implication. And from the people that I know that have this problem, they pay for everything.
If the working person in the household of 2 people are providing for the household in general, then we are talking about something different. Yeah. The person at home, now we are going back to 1950.
I think that's what this person is implying,
It is expected, Yeah. I thought, I just have the mindset of having separate economies.
I mean, if that person's not working, they don't really have an economy. Unless, you know, if they're disabled, then they get money from somewhere. But I think the implication is that they don't work and don't get any money from anywhere.
Okay.
So in that situation, and I'm very frustrated about this, that like people, not, I mean, I don't really think my friends are listening to this, but like, I think it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I agree with you.
Really think...
I didn't think of that.
Yeah,
that,
I really think that
there
is
was one
ridiculous.
provider. Yeah. I think there's more expected of you if you have a provider.
Yeah, because I think you're using that person. Like, I really think that you are just taking advantage of this person who is paying for everything.
Yeah, that's not fair.
No.
Okay,
so that was that.
Conclusion, that's not fair.
Yeah. Well, I know people feel differently about this, though, and I know some people don't mind this situation where if they are the provider, they pay for everything for their partner, and
no,
they
it's
don't...
perfectly fine if it works.
I know, but I still think it's unfair. Even if they're like, yeah, but this is just my life, I just have to deal with it. Then, you know.
You have a section here called "My One and Only Internet Commitment!" exclamation mark. And I am wondering what you could possibly mean by that.
It's a very short story, but this is my one. I'm so impressed with myself. I already told a couple of people, but like, because I had to brag about it.
Already told a couple of people.
I mean, a couple of my friends who might be listening to this, hello. Because this is super special. Okay. This is my one special internet commitment to life.
You're talking about this one, right?
Yeah. The situation. I have it open on my laptop. No, not this isn't my one and only internet commitment.
Okay,
I have an even bigger one.
Okay.
The biggest internet commitment of my life.
What?
Yeah.
What?
There is a video, YouTube video.
Okay.
Of a guy, I'll link on Discord, of a guy who does a musical parody for Diablo 3 from the song Hey There Delilah. Hey there Delilah.
I guess.
Whatever. He does a musical parody of that for one of the NPCs in Diablo 3. The song is called Hey There Kadala. It's really good. Okay. I'll link it on Discord. And on this video... 4 years ago, I left a comment on this video that says, I think at this point it's safe to say I'm about 20k of the views on this. And the person loved it and replied like, thank you so much. And then 2 years later, I was back on the video. Not like unintentionally, because it's a good video, so I was back there to listen to the song. Okay. So I was like, looked in the comments, and because your comment that you've left comes at the top when you look at somebody's comment section, I was like, look, 2 years ago I commented. So I wrote a comment that says, it's been 2 years since my last comment, so here I am again to say I'm probably 70k of the views on this. Smiley face. And he liked the comment and like whatever replied. And this year, it's been another 2 years since that comment. So now I left another comment saying, would you look at that? It's been another 2 years since my last comment.
So this is your commitment?
This is my commitment. Every 2 years, I am committed to commenting on this video.
This is not going the direction I thought. You know what I thought you meant when I read that? My one and only internet commitment. I thought you meant you will show up here once a week for the rest of the
No, that's a different commitment. But this is my one and only internet commitment.
Okay.
Are you impressed?
A tiny bit.
Every 2 years, it's a thing. Because my theory is that once a year is kind of is a little stalkery and also very easy. Because then you just like go there once a year and it's so easy.
You go there every day.
Every 2 years is like a commitment.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm very impressed with myself.
It's a bit stalkerish, but...
Not every 2 years. If it were once a year, it would be stalkerish.
Okay.
Now it's just a commitment.
Well...
It's been 4 years since my first comment. It's
the uploader likes it.
Yeah, see you in 2025.
Did he say that?
He hasn't replied. Yeah, I posted this, I think, the other day. He doesn't make YouTube videos
He was like,
anymore.
oh, this again?
Yeah, this again. He doesn't make YouTube videos anymore, though. And he closed his Twitch account, so I don't know, maybe he's dead. But I will continue to comment every 2 years.
You'll continue.
Yeah.
Alright.
I can't believe you're not more impressed.
I am intrigued.
Yeah,
I guess.
Link on Discord.
I like that word, intrigued.
So.
You know what? I learned a new word.
Mm-hmm.
Atrocious.
That's not a new word.
I learned it.
I feel that atrocious has been included.
No, because I'm writing a review for Story of Seasons: A Wonderful Life, and I've used all of the bad words. I've used awful, terrible, and blah blah blah. So I had to find a new word to describe how the horses sound in the game. So I wrote down the horses sound atrocious, and I had to Google it and see if that was the case. Yes.
You know that's the thing that authors do. They have for people aspiring authors, you can find them on the internet like word wheels.
Yeah.
Where it's like instead of saying
synonyms.
Yeah. Instead of saying like so, and then Isha said that's not the case.
It was a good game, and the game was good, and the music was good.
No, but then the next line is like, and then Tinyhats said, I agree. And then Isha said, da-da-da. Like, so that you make more like, you write like, the game was not very good. Isha sighed. You know? Sort of like to use different words so that it doesn't become too one-sided.
Yeah. So atrocious.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
Atrocious, bad, horrible, crappy.
Terrible, awful, horrendous.
Nice.
Atrocious.
That's a good word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast fashion, it says.
Yes.
Well, what's up with that?
That's been on, I don't know if you saw, I messaged you on Discord and said
Oh
this.
yeah, we have had that on the list for so long.
Yeah.
Fast fashion meaning if you ever go into any clothing store now and feel the fabrics of the clothings, the clothings,
yeah.
they're so thin and they're so crappy and they have crazy colors and it's almost like they want you to wear this 2 times or 3 times and then throw it away and purchase a new something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the reason I was thinking about it is because can we say this, that you got a sponsorship offer from SHEIN? Which is
oh yeah, you can say that.
Yeah, which is a big. Yeah,
and I said no.
Yeah, it's a big fast fashion company.
SHEIN.
Yeah, SHEIN. Yeah, which is has gotten a lot of criticism on the internet. I don't know if you've seen it for having for doing fast fashion. The clothes are bad quality. They use materials that are not environmentally friendly. They have factories, because this is a Chinese company, they have factories in China where the workers get paid like 27 cents per outfit that they make. Yeah. All of this stuff is criticism that SHEIN has gotten. If you Google SHEIN unethical, you'll get fucking article on article on article. Sorry, plant.
Yeah, and they slid it into my email and asked if I could be sponsored. Yeah. And I think the email was legit. I showed you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you said yeah. But no.
And I said don't do it because there's a good chance you'll get cancelled for that kind of thing.
Cancelled.
Because there's some debate about slavery and whatever. But here's the thing that I wanted to talk about though.
Yeah.
Fast fashion, as we know it, is mostly the criticism that it gets is that it's China and like the workers don't get paid anything. They use bad quality things. It's like you're paying because it's very cheap. That's the thing with SHEIN, like very, very cheap. And they churn out so many things, blah, 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 and people think it's unethical. And yes, to a degree it is. But I really looked into this thing. And first of all, SHEIN is one of the like clothing fast fashion brands that get the most criticism for being crap and unethical and whatever. I buy stuff from SHEIN because I'm going to hell anyway. This t-shirt is from SHEIN actually.
Oh my god! I've been listening to you now for like 5 minutes about how crap SHEIN is. Oh, and by the way, I shop there, and this one is from...
Because there's a point here that I wanted to make that, because
wow.
I'm getting there. And I know
love it.
People aren't going to agree with me on this, and I already know. But the thing is that, like, because I really looked into, like, who founded SHEIN and, like, how they started out and whatever. And, like... It's a Chinese company run by a Chinese guy. He's called Chris Zhu. There's not really a lot known about him, but he was a businessman before he started SHEIN. Because it was like...
Businessman.
Yeah, businessman. Because SHEIN is basically like Wish. And there have been lots of other Chinese websites like this that sell really cheap stuff, not just clothing, but other things.
Yeah.
That are produced in China, super cheap, labor, whatever, they don't get paid, they live in squalor, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, this is only really, and this is going to sound really like a horrible person thing to say, and it probably is, but this isn't really SHEIN's fault.
Really?
I would say.
Okay.
Because...
It's the industry.
It's the industry. Like, China lets them do this. Yeah. There are labor laws in China. And all of this is public knowledge, but nobody does anything with it. So you have to think that, like, the people who started SHEIN are only really taking advantage of a system that nobody is trying to fix.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying.
And the internet can go crazy and say boycott SHEIN because they treat their people bad or whatever. But that's still not SHEIN's problem. That's the Chinese government or whoever is in charge of these things. It's their problem. They are doing this thing. And also, this is a big rant.
Yeah.
Also, SHEIN is not like, first of all, not the devil in this. They're not the worst or whatever. And
Who
also,
are the worst?
I mean, citation needed, I don't know.
Okay.
But like other very popular brands and stores also fall into fast fashion, like H&M, for example.
Oh yeah, definitely H&M. Yeah, they were under H&M. Hennes och Mauritz.
Yeah, they were under huge like fallout like a few years ago when people the people went to their factories and they were like, oh my god, look at these horrible conditions.
Everyone cancelled them.
Yeah. So like some companies get more criticism than others, right? What are your thoughts? And you?
I don't buy many clothes. I don't purchase a lot. I've been really into certain brands lately, actually, like Champion as a brand, I guess. Because they have I like their fabric. I'm more into feeling the clothes and feeling if I like the fabric, you know. Remember we were out a couple of weeks ago and I touched this guy and I was like, I love your sweater. I like the fabric. Where did you purchase it? Do you remember? I took up my phone and he was like, yeah, I bought it from this store, which was a store down in Oslo in Norway, like small independent sort of small store. I was like, I love that fabric. It felt like super dry and thick.
Yeah.
And I don't come across thick clothing anymore.
But do you...
And I got it. And I wore it the other day. And I was like, yeah,
Nice.
So I'm not into fast fashion.
But do
Have
you
you seen me?
I know, but do you do your like due diligence to check that the company that you're buying stuff from is ethically produced?
No.
Well, then that's sort of the problem, because they could be, even if they're not.
But I am not the one. I'm not the one, okay?
Yeah.
I have this sweater, which I've used for how many years? 20 years?
Yeah.
I have like 5 or 6 of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I sometimes purchase a new one if there becomes a hole in
Is
this
it
one.
from Cubus?
Yeah, it's Cubus Basic cotton
Yeah,
section.
it. Yep.
Yeah, and they're good.
Yeah.
So I'm not the one.
Yeah.
And you?
But it's not so much just about the fashion and like the quality of the clothes and stuff, because it goes even further with other companies. If we're talking about like the unethical situation with creating or like having things produced in China when people live in squalor, blah blah blah, like not just clothing, you know, like but you know iPhones and like Apple and like all these huge companies that do this exact same thing, and people still buy those. Everybody's like SHEIN's the devil because they use factories in China, but then there are so many other companies that do too, not just for clothes but for other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, Isherman says this every day. He says the problem is in China. Don't import stuff from China.
Which is impossible because
that's
everything
the
is made in
problem.
China.
You stop importing stuff. Stop purchasing crap from eBay every day that you're not gonna use. Oh my god, stop purchasing so much crap.
Yeah.
This is down to the consumer. Don't purchase too much crap.
But you have to
Just to fill that void inside of you.
I know, but when it comes to big companies and stuff, have you heard about the Nestle thing?
No.
That was crazy a couple of years ago.
What?
They were like, you know, Nestle, the brand that like makes most famously known food.
Yeah, cereals.
Cereals, yeah.
Chocolate bars.
But there was a thing that they
Crackers,
had, there was some factory that they used in China that was like actual slavery or something. There was some minority.
Actual slavery.
Yeah, there was some minority in China that was being misused for, citation needed, I don't know the entire thing, but it was like a huge thing. Everybody was like, oh my god, slavery.
Oh my god, slavery.
So everybody was like, boycott Nestle and whatever.
Yeah.
But once you start looking into it, how many things Nestle produces, it's not just cereal. Let me link you this picture that I will also link on Discord. You don't need to like look at it super thoroughly, but look at this.
Okay, so they are in charge of a lot of chocolate, a lot of also milk products for babies,
Cat food.
Nesquik, Lion, Cinnamon Fitness,
Milky Bar, Smarties.
Ice Mountain, what the hell?
Haagen-Dazs, the ice cream. And if you look in these bubbles, I'm going to link this on Discord, but also in these bubbles that show more just words
Kit
listed,
Kat?
not just the logo. Hälsans kök is on here. Do you know what Hälsans kök is?
No.
It's a Swedish
What the hell?
chain of, they make vegetarian, like, substitute products, like, you know, fake meat.
Starbucks
Yep.
is under this umbrella. Dolce Gusto, Nespresso, Nescafe, all of the coffee.
So
it's even more.
I know. Just keep scrolling. You can
So
scroll
you
forever.
have beverages like Nestea
Hot Pockets.
and a bunch of brands I've never heard of.
Well, yeah, some of these I guess are American, but there are so many brands here. And if you were gonna boycott Nestle for their Chinese bad stuff, you'd have to avoid all of these brands.
Oh wow!
So the thing is, like, with this unethical argument for fast fashion or things that are produced unethically in China, it goes so fucking far into the things.
Now.
If you are gonna stop companies by not
this is
supporting
like
them.
BlackRock is now.
Yeah.
Have you heard about BlackRock?
Tell me about it.
I don't remember. I saw a video like a year ago, and it was something like BlackRock owns everything. Like if you dig deep enough, they own everything.
Yep.
Yeah, you have heard about them.
I mean, yes, some companies do.
Yeah, good.
But what's the problem with them?
I don't know anything. We need to put that on the list, actually, and make some research. Do some research on it, actually. Or maybe we could just Google it now. BlackRock. Multinational investment company based in New York, founded, blah, blah. They own everything, basically.
Yeah.
I think so.
Sphinx is on this list, too. You know the black chocolate, the like confetti sort of thing.
A lot of things. So Nestle is a big.
They own like everything, and they participated in slavery. So everybody was like, stop buying stuff that's Nestle, and then somebody looked into what Nestle owns, and it's basically the entire planet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Okay.
That was that.
Transition. Played lately. I played Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life. Oh, and I started Master Detective Archives, Rain Code. I'm solving mysteries like I am freaking Columbo or Poirot.
Poirot?
Oh my god.
I don't know French.
It's a new Nintendo Switch game, exclusive for it also. And it has adult themes in it.
Uh-oh.
You know? Adult themes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was investigating this room, it was a murder on a train. It's in the start of the game, so it's no spoiler, actually. And you have a ghost in your head, like hovering around you. So you have this inner monologue with the thing, and it's like, oh, there's tissues next to the bed, and it's like, why is there tissues next to the bed? I can think of several reasons why. I'm laughing out loud.
Yep.
So there are a lot of like hidden adult themes in it. So it's actually a funny game.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Investigate.
What was it called, did you say?
A Master Detective Archives Raincode. It's
What
a
the hell?
long.
That's a lot.
That's a long one, and I like it so far because the first murder, I've just solved the first murder, and that was so clever.
Mm-hmm.
That was straight out of something Agatha Christie. Like I was like, oh my god, who wrote this? You know, that was clever, and I didn't see that one coming. So I'm solving mysteries, and I like it. And you?
And you? Actually, because I just remembered now.
Have you ever played a game like you have to think?
I was just gonna ask you that, because there's a game on Game Pass, and I don't know where. I mean, it's probably in other places. It's not like it's just on Game Pass, but I played this game on Game Pass.
Okay.
Patrick and I played it together. It's called we sat next to each other and cooperated for the game. It's called Escape Academy, which is like a mystery puzzle solving game. Like you're in a room, and then you can like walk around and like click things. It's like you click there, and it's like this is a key, and then you have to find where the key goes, and then it's like here's a screwdriver. What do you do with this? It's like an escape room game.
Oh yeah.
And it's really, really, really.
Are you
really,
smart
really good.
with those games?
100 IQ.
100 IQ.
I mean, it's really, really
perfectly
fun.
in the middle.
Yeah, it's really fun when you actually do solve it, and you're like, I'm so smart.
I know, right?
It's so satisfying.
We're so average.
Yeah.
Have you ever done an IQ test? Did we ever talk about that? Did you do the Mensa.no or that dot whatever?
Didn't we say that we were going to, and then when
I did it.
Oh.
I got 100.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yeah.
100 out of how much?
100 IQ.
Out of how much? What's the maximum?
Out of?
What's the maximum IQ?
100 is the perfectly in the middle of normalness.
Oh, I should do that. IQ. Probably not 100 IQ. But isn't it like math and stuff? Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be.
Yeah, it depends
12
on.
IQ.
You know what? Your result will depend on how much you cared at the moment you took the test. Because at some of the questions, I was like, I don't fucking know this.
I can't even write.
Average human IQ. Let's Google that.
Okay.
100. It says so here. In general, 100. Mm-hmm. Like, that's it. 100.
Well, there you go.
It says so.
Average.
I'm a freaking basic bitch.
I like it being average.
I like it. I like it being average. Okay, good. Next topic.
Yeah.
So, maybe we can have a how are you section.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, a how are you section.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been?
Good. Actually, I was looking at Discord. I posted that picture. Go on Discord and see it before when we started recording in progress. It's a selfie here in the studio. It's very beautiful. And Mr. Will responded to it and said, "You have the expression of a hostage in that picture."
We have been talking about hostage situations.
Blink twice if you need help. So
wear a yellow shirt the next time to say that you need help.
Yep. Call the pizza place and you go, "Can I order a pizza? Please help." Or whatever.
Yeah, you look at the
order a pizza, please help.
Jason Momoa, please help.
Oh god, I've almost drank this entire thing and it's disgusting.
Yeah, I can see that.
Ugh.
Did you like it? No, it was a week 3.
I mean, I think maybe the Tinyhats mug is the problem because I think the fizziness disappears because it's so thick. Have you heard that? That's a thing.
What?
It's a thing when you put carbonated drinks into something that is really thick. Maybe.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, it kills the carbonation.
What?
It's like if you pour soda into
I think you were supposed to drink it from the bottle, but you
I know, but I wanted to be
You want to be special.
Maybe next week I'll bring a wine glass because that's really thin.
Oh, yeah.
For my next drink.
That's really thin.
Maybe I'll stop in the store and check for potatoes. Mm-hmm. And then you can have some also.
Yeah.
That's really going to limit what I can get, though.
I enjoy having you here.
Good.
Good. I hope this episode is not echoey and terrible to listen to.
We will sort out our technical difficulties.
Yeah, this is the first episode of season 3, and there are no rules with the seasonings. We do what we want.
The seasonings?
We do what we want. And,
but we are committing to video podcasts every week.
Yeah.
I have decided.
Yeah.
To commit. I was sitting like a goat.
But your commitment to the 2-year comment thing is more commitment.
That's the
than
biggest
this one.
commitment. But that's only every 2 years. So I feel like that's
I know,
really
this
much
one
of
is
it.
every week.
It's really much of a commitment.
Pretty good.
Yeah. But I was going to say something else and now I fucking forgot.
Yeah, we're in the hi, how are you section.
Yeah, because, well, you said you enjoy having me here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here. I was going to say, I was looking, while we were trying to sort out our technical difficulties, I was looking for a table.
Oh, yeah.
An eating size, because if you're watching this video, you can make a suggestion for improvements in the situation, except for if there's echo, because if there's echo, we're going to fix that.
Yeah.
But I was saying that we should get a higher table, because we're the situation right now.
Yeah, we're sitting on terrible
chairs. I'm too old to sit like this for an hour.
Yeah,
My
no,
back is
right.
going to hurt.
Our back hurts.
Yeah, so we can get a proper sized table with chairs. Because the reason we had to do this whole thing is because of the light.
Yeah.
So
that's also a situation.
So we will make studio gooder in the future.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Are we done with Diskydisk?
I think we are done with Diskydisk. Not forever, for now.
Yeah, rate us on everything. We appreciate that.
Leave comments in the places.
Oh, did you know that we were visible on the Norwegian charts the last week?
No. How would I know that?
People listen to Diskydisk in Norway. Oh my god, we were visible on the chart.
I mean, that's probably just because everybody you meet, you go, listen to Diskydisk.
Yeah.
If you're from Harstad and you've been approached in public by somebody and they said, listen to Diskydisk, can you please leave a comment and say hello?
Yeah, and they're like, damn it, we have to.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, good stuff.
So, thank you so much for this week and we will see you next week.
Tack för laget.
Det var lite roligt.
Yeah, thank you for the team.
Vet du hva, jeg var gjest på en podcast en gang.
Ja. En gang.
Ja, en gang i tida så var jeg gjest på en podcast hvor vi hadde suttet og pratet i en halvtime.
Ja, det her har du sagt faktisk.
Og så sa hosten, dæven stygg. Han sa det ikke det da.
No.
Han sa på søring.
Så stopper man den da.
Han sa det på søring.